Hello and welcome back to a brand new Carnage Gaming video. Today we are going to be going over some gameplay from Shroud on his stream last night. We're going to be going through some of the best rounds and also a couple of not great rounds from their team here as they play their last game to get ranked. I appreciate you all for tuning in, and let's start out with talking about some of their map positioning here. We have the Cypher on the map, the top left, heading towards the B bomb site, scouting it out, and then 4 players going mid. Now, it is important to note they did win the first round, so they have weapons as the other team does not. Shroud gets hit by a nade here at the very start and then ends up pushing in after healing up. Justin gets a pick on site, and then Shroud tosses up this wall that is a great wall because they can't really get through now. I think there is a hole in this play, actually. There's a hole to the left of the wall. But normally he can get that wall in a great positioning. Even the hole makes it a pretty good wall because now the enemies can only come from one area here. So you can have one person watch this and there's only one spot the enemies are coming from. Now there are 4 people alive on Shroud's team and only 2 alive on the other. It just turned into a 3v2. But now they basically just have to hold the bomb, play time. He gets this heal off on his brimstone, and they both fall back to help support their players. This is going to bring us to our first tip, which is playing off of your teammates. You see they're sticking together. They're not all just holding a bunch of random different angles. I think he heard one teleport here, so he goes ahead and tries to peek this and gets the kill. But they are playing together. You see, as soon as the call got made that Shroud was peeking that guy, his teammate went and peeked him together. Now, something to pay attention to here, the breach on the other team is alive and dies to the bomb after it had already exploded. Now, while I was watching this, I was like, why did that breach end up dying after the bomb exploded? Why did he run back into the bomb? And then it hit me. They were on a save round, so the breach was actually running into the bomb to get his ultimate point. You get an ultimate point whenever you die, get a kill, plant, or defuse the bomb. So I'm assuming he just had probably a classic pistol, so he decided he was going to die to get himself an extra ultimate point, which is a huge, crazy high level tip. Here we see Shroud toss that wall up to block off this hall entrance. Another thing, Shroud just getting those walls up as a Sage player, very important. If your Sage can get those walls up after the bomb gets planted, it is just an automatic, helpful positioning to get your team into. Even on defending side, if you can just wall something off so your teammates don't have to worry about so many different angles. Here we see that the callouts are getting made. There's one in halls. It sounds like there might be one in elbows. Shroud actually gets smoked off, but he just plays his patience. He just kind of chills here. He knows another one's there, and he knows the last one's elbow, so he peeks this together with his teammates, again pointing to that fact of playing with your teammates. If your teammate is peeking, try and peek with them, try and get a kill with them, trade. If they die, make sure you can secure the kill. Just normal things like that will help you improve your gameplay a lot. Now here, the other team has actually already gotten an ult orb from Showers, so Shroud knows that there is guaranteed to be a person close by. He knows that they're either going to be holding some weird angle or they're going to be just holding Showers from the outside. We see 2 picks get made on the A bomb site, which makes Shroud a little more confident in pushing out, and there's just one left. They get that last one, and then it's a 5v2 situation. Again, they're just going to play super safe here, get the bomb down. Shroud knows he still has his wall, but he honestly will probably end up saving it considering it's a 5v2 situation. Economy is huge in this game, and knowing when to use your abilities and when not to is super important. The defenders have a flawless round, and Shroud saves some money from not having to use too many abilities. Here we're going to see this peek, and now that's something very important to realize is how that Sage just got that information. Sage saw both of these players by doing that little jiggle peek, and not even Shroud was able to react in time. If Shroud can't react in time, then your average player is not going to be able to. Basically, this Sage just jiggle peeked the corner, moved out a tiny bit super quick to get information, and now knows a lot more than she did before, but is completely safe. It's a great tactic to use, especially if you're a new player. Work on just jiggle peeking angles, trying to get over just a little bit, and hope to get a little bit of information. Here, we see Shroud start to knife through this wall. His teammates are all in hookah. They don't have much map control here. They've already dedicated themselves to the B bomb site. They know that once close, they get 2 picks on B site, and now they push out. There comes the 3rd pick, and now they know they have sight. Shroud puts up this wall again. Again, it's just a great wall. It's a great team effort here. They're all coming together using this wall, and he knows to watch his flank and ends up getting that last kill just because he knows that they will be trying to come from every direction possible after that. It's 6-1, and now the attacking team actually goes for some map control here. Shroud trying to hold this little mid angle and gets spammed through the box down to 36 health, and his teammate ends up dying to the Jet. Now this box is crazy to spam through. If you can just line it up with where the players are standing, you see Shroud down to 16 health. He hit that flick onto the Jet because he shot them after they were spamming through. Crazy play, but just know that that box, it isn't even really like a thing that can prevent you from shooting at the other team. You can stay behind cover and still shoot through that box and hope for the best. Now they've committed to the B bomb site because they got a pick here, and Shroud gets taken out by the Sage holding Labs. He just barely peeked out and they were able to get him. They actually lose this round even after Skadoodle gets the kill. Infamous ends up taking out Synced, and then Skadoodle is just stuck here in Hookah. He gets a lot of abilities used on him. He ends up actually dinking one of them, and then just trying to figure out what to do. Here, the best option would have been to run out of Hookah because he knows there's probably only one on that side, but he couldn't really have done much, but he needed to make a more decisive decision if he was going to end up winning that round. That's a huge way to win clutches, is by making those decisive decisions. Even if it's a bad one, as long as you commit to it, you have a better chance of actually winning. The call comes out that she's under Hookah window, so Shroud obviously looks over there, gets the kill. Now they know that one is elbow, and they probably know that the other team's starting to rotate. So Shroud peeks this, tries to go for the wallbang, ends up getting the kill, and now they're all over the site. Both of the enemy players are on B site, and the attacking team just has to try and get some picks here. It's a 3v1 now. They know where the last one is, and Justin ends up coming in clutch to get that final kill. Shroud this time is going to be at the mid area on A site, going for the same little peek that he does a lot, still shooting through this box because it is so useful, trying to hit that upper area. Raze comes in with a great nade to take down some of his health, but he's got that heal, and it's a 4v5 here. The attacking side is actually not doing too great, but Brimstone smokes go out. He gets that wall down. I'm not sure if you noticed, but in the smoke, he got a wall down in that normal spot that he always walls off, and then he actually revived his teammate to make this a more fair matchup, but it's back to a 3v4 now after some of the picks come through. He knows he has an op, so he has to play a little further away than normal. It's a 2v4. He actually gets slowed and ulted on. Not much he can do. The other team is going to try and get onto this bomb plant, and it's a 1v4. Skadoodle with the op. He's not going to be able to do hardly anything here. He does get one, but he has to push in if he wants to win the round, and it looks like the op is going to be a little more important than winning this round. He gets flashed by the breach, and then the spike ends up getting defused. The defending team did a great job of coordinating their abilities there with that slow and then also with the ultimate. Beautiful way to take out the other team and just push them off of that bomb site. Shroud sees one run out of showers, and we're in a 4v4 situation in the last round of the half. So the last round of the half, they're obviously going to be going it with it, trying to win the round no matter what. And Shroud is actually spectating right now. It's a 3v4 situation because Synced actually went down, and then Jet ends up getting a kill on the Cypher. And the spike is down here. They know where two of them are, but that's not enough information. They can be coming from behind. The attacking side is going to be a bit worried here. There is still an ult in play by the other team's breach, which is obviously going to be on their minds. And then right here is kind of where they end up securing the round as the defending team. Skadoodle gets the pick, but Raze comes in, tries to get some damage done. Breach with the kill on Brimstone. And then the ultimate comes through, but they end up getting the round there. I meant to say attacking team, not defending team there, but the attacking team got that round because of how well they isolated different angles. Sorry, the whole talking thing gets a little difficult after 8 minutes in. But they basically isolated different angles, which means that they were able to take one fight at a time. They made it so that the other team could not play together and trade off of each other. Basically, they could only die to one angle, and that's where their crosshair was, so they had a better chance of killing them. Here we see Shroud and the Cypher player playing on the B-bomb site. They're actually playing together, and Shroud is jump spotting this so that he knows whenever to wall it off. But playing together, again, they're trying to get those trades, trying to hopefully use abilities together, and just maintaining overall map control. The attacking side is also doing the same thing. They're playing super slow, but we see here all of the defenders are just holding their positions. Nobody's pushing up. It's a very important thing when defending. Don't get impatient. Just chill, wait for a little bit, and the attacking side will have to make a move eventually. They spot 3 in showers and 1 mid, and they see bomb, so Shroud is going to full rotate, but the Cypher actually decides to teleport here and put some pressure on them from behind, immediately pushes out, and this is a pretty good play by the Cypher because now they have to worry about another angle, but Shroud ends up running out and ends up getting killed because the callouts just weren't there. He didn't know where the enemies were because of the lack of communication with his team. I know that you guys can't hear him or any of the gameplay sound, but his team was not communicating efficiently in that play right there. He didn't know that they were already pushed up onto site, which is terrible. You need to make sure your teammates know exactly where the enemies are. This puts Cypher into a 1v4 situation with just a ghost, and we see the other team does a great job of playing off of each other and winning that round. I appreciate you all for watching this video. If it did help you out even a little bit, please be sure to subscribe and like. Leave a comment down below if you like these types of videos. I can kind of plan out more and find even better gameplay if you would like. I appreciate you all so much for watching through to the very end of this video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.
We deserve it, we put the work in. We came together like a Sunday service. Patiently waiting, it made me nervous. I got demons and servants, they steady lurking. Mama told me I had greater purpose. Ever since I was little, I wasn't certain. I got to searching and I found it worth it. Look at my life. Look at my life. Feel my pain.